Welcome, curious souls, to this journey into the invisible, the eternal, and what vibrates beyond death. I'm Mathy Kirner, and today we're going to explore one of the oldest and most fascinating mysteries of the human soul, reincarnation. What is it? How long have people believed in it? Which cultures hold it as truth? And why, now more than ever, is it being talked about all over the world? Join me, because at the end of this journey, you'll hear two real, amazing stories that could change the way you see life, and maybe also death. Reincarnation is the belief that the soul or consciousness of a human being, after physical death, can return to life in another body. This new incarnation can be in another time, place, or even gender. It's not just a religious concept. It's a soul's quest to understand its evolution through multiple existences. The word reincarnation comes from the Latin re, which means again, and carne, or flesh body, to embody again. Its oldest concept dates back to the sacred texts of Hinduism, the Vedas, more than 3,000 years ago. Dharmic religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism, consider it a cornerstone of their worldview. In other parts of the world, indigenous peoples, shamanic traditions, and even certain Greek philosophers like Pythagoras and Plato maintained that the soul could migrate from one body to another. There are even traces in old Christian heresies and some Sufi currents of Islam. In the 19th century, esoteric movements like the Theosophical Society brought these ideas to the West, mixing them with spiritualism, hypnosis, and explorations of the soul. But the real boom began in the 60s and 70s with the counterculture, the New Age, and Eastern philosophies. In recent decades, globalization and social media have brought the practices of meditation, regression, karma, and reincarnation closer to millions. Today, even on TikTok or Netflix, we find testimonials from people who believe they remember other lives. In a quiet home in Louisiana, United States, a boy of barely 2 years old began to experience harrowing nightmares. He cried desperately, shouting, "Airplane on fire! The little man can't get out!" His parents, Bruce and Andrea, bewildered, tried to calm him. But the nightmares persisted. The boy frequently mentioned a strange name, Natoma Bay. He said he had been shot down by the Japanese and spoke of a fellow pilot, Jack Larson. Intrigued, Bruce investigated and discovered that the USS Natoma Bay was an aircraft carrier that fought in the Pacific during World War II, and that Jack Larson existed. He was registered as a crew member, but there was more. The boy claimed to have been James Houston Jr., a Corsair pilot who died in combat in 1945 on a mission over Iwo Jima. The chilling thing, James Leininger knew exact details of the aircraft model, its operation, the names of other soldiers, even the way his aircraft crashed. The family contacted the sister of the real James Houston. She, moved, said, "There's no way this boy could know all this if he hadn't been Jimmy." As he grew older, James left the memories behind, but throughout his childhood, he carried the memories of a pilot who died before he was born. In Oklahoma, a boy named Ryan Hammonds began having vivid dreams at the age of 4. He said he had been someone else, a man who lived in Hollywood. He talked about glamorous parties, elegant suits, a mansion with a pool, and having traveled through Europe. One day, flipping an old movie book, he pointed at a photograph from a 1932 film and said, "That's me." The man in the picture was Marty Martin, an actor and talent agent who died in 1964. Ryan began to describe impossible details: names of relatives, number of children, the exact place where he lived, his car, his secretary's name, even the actual age Mathy died. The case reached Dr. Jim Tucker, a psychiatrist at the University of Virginia, who studied Ryan for years. He confirmed that more than 55 details the boy provided were accurate. And the most incredible thing, he corrected an error on Marty Martin's own death certificate, which stated he had died at 59, when in reality, as Ryan said, he was 61. Maybe in some corner of your being, you hold the memory of another life. Perhaps a glance, a dream, or a place you've never visited seems familiar because you've already been there. Reincarnation is not just a belief. It's an invitation to look at life with more depth, more awareness, and more soul. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the mysteries of existence. If these stories resonated with you, subscribe and follow me on my social media for more content about energy, spirituality, and the eternal soul. Share this video with anyone who needs a sign that life doesn't end when we think it does. I'm Mathy. Subscribe. I'll be here to remind you that we are not just what we see. And you? Do you think you've lived a past life? We are an eternal story that the universe is still writing.